this imposter syndrome piece,
Mm-hmm.
that is a topic that women CEOs talk about a lot. And I am just wondering, and, when are you seeing different challenges, depending on the gender of the leader, or is it really the same in aggregate?
Yeah, well, first off, I do a lot of work with, as you said, high achieving individuals or high performers. And I like to say part of the work that I do is to help them create a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside, right? And so we have all of this stuff that really looks like we're successful, we're doing well. But yet internally, we don't feel okay. And this is one of the big struggles of humanity, right? How do I feel okay in here? And so an imposter syndrome is one of the key things that prevents people from feeling okay, right? And so imposter syndrome, that feeling that you're a fraud, it's just a matter of time until you're found out, and you're trying to achieve all of these things externally to create some distance from the way that you feel inside. You're trying to create this external evidence about yourself to create a narrative and a story so that people don't see the way that you feel inside, and so that you actually can produce evidence for yourself that you're not the way that you feel about yourself. And so there is, yes, it's very common among high achieving individuals. And there's, legacy, stories, narratives that we have in the background, whether that's trauma, whether that's toxic relationships, or it's just, family of origin stuff, perfectionism that can create all of those things. It does manifest a little bit differently depending on gender. Some of the original research around imposter syndrome was around high performing, high achieving women and the way that they felt, no matter how much they accomplished, it never felt like enough. Always felt like they're just waiting to be found out. Men, it does show up in different ways. It becomes a little bit more external. Aggression can show up at times. Addictions can show up at times. It's a little bit more prominent, sometimes in men in terms of the outward expression of it. And so, but it's a very common thing among people who are in that space that you talked about, CEO, the lonely journey. If people only knew me, maybe they would reject me. And so I keep trying to stack these achievements in order to, hope that in some ways, and many of the clients I work with, we come to this space where it's like, I was hoping that the achievements and the success would make me the person that I wanted to be, that would, somehow manifest me into a person that I feel okay about. But we just know that doesn't happen because those things aren't designed to do that.